Happy International Jazz Day, everybody. Yeah, how about that? April 30th, Jazz Appreciation Month, International Jazz Day. We're really excited to play 3 selections for you this evening. I'm going to announce all 3 up front. The first one, we're going to do Black Orpheus, a great tune. We're going to feature a bunch of people on this. We're going to feature Winnie on the bass and Sebastian Bon Jovi on the flugelhorn. We're going to hear from Akshay Patel on keyboard. We're going to hear Tyler Huang on tenor, Julian Chorney on the trumpet, Max Dunlap on guitar, and Eva Leppendorf on the drum set. Then we're going to move on to what I consider one of the best, a little biased, it is my favorite, big band tunes of all time. That's Thad Jones's Groove Merchant. And in that one, we're going to feature the entire saxophone and flareut section, as well as Rohan Jivte on alto saxophone, Matt Chen on the trumpet, and Charlie Allen on the double bass. Then we're going to close things out. Woo, his fan club is here. We're going to close things out with a decidedly non-traditional jazz song. It is a minor blues, but it's actually the theme song from the anime Cowboy Bebop. It's called Tank. Some people know it. It's going to feature Julian Chorney on vocals, as well as Natalie Alsterman on the alto saxophone and Max Dunlap once again on guitar. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here. It's so great to have this back in person. Thank you to all the musicians today, everybody, the PHS Band Parents Association, PHS itself, my partner in crime, Joe Bon Jovi, and all of you for being here. Mr. Reeve on the sound, thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in their stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
All right, Princeton High School Jazz Ensemble. Greetings. Dr. Jeff Kunkel here from Cali School of Music at Montclair State University. And as always, it's a pleasure to hear your ensemble and the great work that you do. I think there's a couple of overriding issues happening here in this performance that I just finished watching again. I've gone through it multiple times. And I think that one of them is the sound coming from the live, the literal, true live recording. So definitely you've submitted the live product, no question. But I think it's also somewhat at the mercy of the live sound for your auditorium. And I think it's really making the band dependent on mic placement, which is not always a balanced affair. Therefore, I think your balance, your blend is being affected by mic placement, which I think is causing some issues for the ensemble. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I were there to hear it with no miking whatsoever, in a normal state, then it might be the same, in which case, then I would be just simply wrong about that. But I feel like it is a situation in the performance. And it's really causing, more than anything, it's an issue for brass at the louder volume levels. It seems to be a consistent problem, and it runs kind of throughout the program. Now, I'm not talking about situations where the brass could use a little more woodshedding on the parts. Those are there for sure, such as in Mangiaji Carnival, the opener. It's, there's some stuff in there that's so technically difficult that right now the brass, maybe didn't have their very best day on it, or, maybe it's just a little over their head. That piece is very tough, the arrangement for these players, for any players is what I meant. And I think it's showing, especially in the brass parts at times. But in terms of the miking and so forth, whenever the non-lead voices are picking up as the loudest voice, I don't know if that means lead is tired at that particular point, or if I'm suspecting it's a miking issue. The dominant voice seems to switch throughout. So it could also be a directional situation with playing into the mics. The same type of issues persist into Groove Merchant in the introduction with the brass again, okay? So of course, then we come to the great soli in the Groove Merchant, and you guys are doing a great job of it. But a classic, and I agree with you, Mr. Pollock, it's definitely one of the great big band charts. There can be no question about that. Tempo seemed to fall a little bit, or maybe it was energy, on the soli, but it pulled through, really well, and we all know how difficult it is. So congrats for learning that. The strong trumpet solo there, which was really great. Overall, it ended to me better than it started, about being locked in with the rhythm. And the brass, on the brass soli, trumpets especially, again, too much tonguing going on, not picking up trombones in the overall sound as much as I might like from the mics. Again, I don't know if it's placement or whatever. It almost feels like you're trying really too hard to swing in the brass soli on Groove Merchant, and also at times that we're not playing up to the lead voice. Bass solo great, and I should have said earlier, I'm sorry, so much to try to think of in this little short time that we're actually speaking to you, basically to emulate what would be a little talk at the end of the live performance, where we doing the festival in that manner. Nice solos in the first tune, and I'm glad to see flugel, sax, piano. So good to see a variety of folks getting up and solo on that tune with its basic kind of changes, and a great tune to learn, right, to be able to play over. So, and then comes your closer, Tank, I believe you said was the title. And I think, again, it's being dominated to me by some of the same issues that are happening earlier with brass, with sound, with blend and balance, with intonation. Overall, it's pretty clear that it's a difficult program, and that there are some parts that really just aren't where you would want them to be yet. So overall, a fine performance. And as I think I said earlier, and if I didn't, I'll say it again, so many schools would be glad to have this as a top jazz ensemble at their school. It's really amazing that it's any school's second jazz ensemble. But I know you guys, overall, your program, your goals, and I think that I've heard better performances from your group and in the past. And I think this one maybe falls a little short of where you would like it to be in terms of the things that I talked about. Nevertheless, that leaves it as an excellent overall performance, and it's great to hear your ensemble. Again, Jeff Kunk, on behalf of National Jazz Festival, thanks for participating. Hope to see you in person next year at the festival in Philadelphia.